If your body is geared and set up hormonally and system-wise to either be a sugar burner or a fat burner, your metabolism is either burning sugar as fuel or burning fat as fuel. We spoke about the nervous system. I think by now you're aware that when you're in protection mode, a natural reaction that's going to happen is you're going to slow down metabolism, which will explain why you have a sluggish metabolism. It'll also up the cravings for sugar and for salty things, which explains why you feel out of control around your emotional eating or nighttime snacking. And it also explains why you will have a tendency to gain weight and have a hard time releasing it, because your body hormonally is doing exactly what it's supposed to do when it's in protection mode, which is to make sure that you keep storing. And so what can it use as fuel, since it's not going to let any fat escape from reserves, is it's going to get you to be a sugar burner. So you're either a sugar burner or you're a fat burner. Welcome back, friends. I'm your host, Sherry Shaban, and with each episode, I am honored to be your coach and guide in the journey to make peace with food, fall in love with fitness, and ultimately yourself. My intention in each episode is to help you release the old story of who you are and step into the one you're always meant to be. We'll challenge conventional diet and fitness culture and understand the importance of tuning out all the shoulds they tell us to do and tuning into our own inner wisdom instead. What you focus on, you create more of. Through these conversations, you'll shift your focus from what you're supposed to be doing to who you want to be, so that health and fitness and ease around food is not just what you do, but who you are. And if you find that this conversation resonates with you today, then I want to invite you to join our free Make Peace with Food Facebook community at myfoodfreedomlifestyle.com, where you can connect with me and my team directly and access all the free trainings and resources we have for you so you can regulate your nervous system and make peace with food. And then also remember to share this episode with someone who you think needs to hear this today. The links are in the show notes. All right, now let's get into it. What I wanted to talk to you about today in terms of metabolism, and just to continue the conversation around nervous system and hormones, is that your metabolism is very much indicative of which nervous system state you're in. And it depends on if your body is geared and set up hormonally and system-wise to either be a sugar burner or a fat burner. Your metabolism is either burning sugar as fuel or burning fat as fuel, predominantly. Okay, nothing is 100%, but predominantly. And so we spoke about the nervous system. I think by now you're aware that when you're in protection mode, a natural reaction that's going to happen is you're going to slow down metabolism, which will explain why you have a sluggish metabolism. It'll also up the cravings for sugar and for salty things, which explains why you feel out of control around your emotional eating or nighttime snacking. And it also explains why you will have a tendency to gain weight and have a hard time releasing it, because your body hormonally is doing exactly what it's supposed to do when it's in protection mode, which is to make sure that you keep storing. And so what can it use as fuel, since it's not going to let any fat escape from reserves, is it's going to get you to be a sugar burner. So you're either a sugar burner or you're a fat burner. And when you're a sugar burner, you know you're a sugar burner because you want to eat every 2 to 3 hours. So when you're advised to eat every 2 to 3 hours, you're making your body a sugar burner. You're making your body rely on fuel every few hours to sustain your energy. You also know you're a sugar burner, which means you have a sluggish metabolism, which means you are stuck in protection mode when you have to nighttime snack, or maybe even wake up in the middle of the night to eat. You know you're a sugar burner, of course, when you have that sweet tooth. You always want dessert after a meal. Or maybe breakfast. You prefer something sweet for breakfast. You know you're a sugar burner when your friends are afraid of you when you're hungry, because you're always hangry, or maybe you even shake and you get hypoglycemic, or you get headaches. You get intense headaches when you haven't eaten. And so that's a sign of a sluggish metabolism. If you want to speed up your metabolism so that you're a fat burner, we're going to start by shifting the nervous system, which means number one, before I even look at the food, I gotta dress like life. I gotta address the other components of my diet, which is my friends, my social circle, my family, maybe my work environment, the things I'm watching on TV, how I'm dealing with my stress, my unresolved traumas, my emotional dysregulation. I'm going to deal with all of these things so that I can actually bring the cortisol down. Cortisol comes down. Insulin's going to be like, okay, cool. We don't need to be up so high. Cool. Okay. And now I can go longer and longer periods between meals without cravings, without need to having a snack in between my meals. Noticing also, I don't actually crave sweet things that much anymore. Like actually, I probably eat only half of the sweet things that I used to eat. I don't even miss soda. I don't even think about chocolate. Oh my God, I haven't had that in so long. I don't even think about it anymore because your body's not asking for it. So it's not you using willpower to follow the meal plan that says don't eat it. It's like literally you not even desiring it anymore. You're reprogramming your brain. You're reprogramming your nervous system. And so what happens? Okay, now insulin's down. Insulin's down. Cool. Guess what? We're now able to access our stored energy, which is in the form of body fat. Because remember, if cortisol is high, then insulin's going to be high. If insulin is high, then we're going to always suppress any fat oxidation. We're going to suppress any release of fat from our fat cells. But now that insulin is down, well, now we can access that. It's like now the body can see it. And so guess what happens? Remember, fat is a slow burning, steady fuel. And so we're feeling calm and we're not hangry anymore. And we don't have these sugar cravings. And we're actually feeling very clear-headed. Our thinking actually becomes more clear. We sleep better throughout the night. We don't need to snack so often. And we see a transformation in our physical body without even doing the effort. Well, I mean, what would happen, do you think, if you stopped craving sugar and stopped consuming the quantities of these highly refined processed foods because you no longer even crave them? Not because you're forcing yourself to stay away from them and using all kinds of willpower, which, by the way, we know is only short-lived, but literally because you don't want them anymore and you don't consume them anymore. What do you think is going to happen as a side effect to doing that? Your body's naturally going to rapidly release, won't it? And it does this in a way that feels very exciting for you. You're going to feel very centered while you do this because you're not stressed about food and you're not stressed about hitting your macros or your calories. Thanks for listening to this episode. Whether you're already on your wellness journey or just getting started, we're in this together. If this has resonated with you today, I want to invite you to subscribe to the show so you never miss a beat. And if you know someone who could benefit from this conversation, then please share this episode with them. Let's work together to help as many people as possible make peace with food and fall in love with fitness. And also, don't forget to visit myfoodfreedomlifestyle.com to join the free Facebook group for more resources. Remember, you are an inspiration. I can't wait to hear your story. See you next time.